What's up, everyone? Shane and
Ryan.
here from R&S TCG. So, title of this video. Yeah, Commander players. I'm not saying you're all toxic, but I'm not saying that some of you are toxic. I mean, let's be real here. This video, it's about the rules committee. It's about some of you guys out there trying to dox the rules committee, threatening the rules committee over a fucking game. Are you fucking serious? That's so childish. Actually, as a matter of fact, that's an insult to children to call that childish. Children don't even do that. This is some of you out there are fucking psychopaths. You need to look long at yourselves in the mirror and think hard and long about what you're doing, and get a clue here. It's a fucking game, first of all. There's no reason to threaten anybody or threaten their life or dox somebody because you don't like that they decided, fucking 4 cards can't be used anymore. Which Rule 0 tells you, yeah, you can still fucking use them. If you got a play group that wants to use them, fucking use them. This is, you guys are fucking ridiculous. Ryan, I'm getting off my soapbox here.
Yeah, no, it boils down to I think it boils down to the Rule 0 thing. Um, the, Apparently this is from and another podcaster said this earlier that for the most part people have conversations with their play groups about what cards they can and can't use, which is Rule 0, right? Like,
Yep.
you play whatever you want, but it's these people that have less than great social skills that are showing up at LGSs, and they don't know how to discuss with playgroups beforehand. What the sort of the rules are for how to get the best enjoyment for not just that player, but everybody. And we know a couple of them that their enjoyment is going to LGSs and just smashing people. That's
And,
all they care about, and they don't care about how other people enjoy the game. They only care about themselves.
and again, I just want to reiterate a point here. The title of this video is I knew Commander players were toxic, but this really takes the cake. Again, that's not pointed at every one of you guys out there, but I guarantee you, almost all of you out there know or have run into at least one or two or more of these toxic players that we are speaking of.
Yeah, and the problem is because of this, because of these people so pissed off and they want the changes reverted. It's actually worse now because the rules committee is no more. It is now wholly in the hands of Wizards of the Coast, i.e., Hasbro, and they only care about one thing: making money.
Yep.
And
And
you are now at the mercy of a company that can and may. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's
it's
now much
possible.
stronger possibility that cards can be banned, or what can happen is they can create these overpowered cards, let them sit for a year or two, and then just willy-nilly ban them because they got another thing coming down the line that's going to take its place. And all because you people couldn't just be cool about it. Like, you couldn't just be mature and understand that if for the betterment of the game, this probably did need to happen. I'm not necessarily sure I would have done it. I mean, again, I hate to reiterate the point. Dockside Commander, sure, I think that one should have gone, and Nadu definitely should have never been
Yeah,
made.
Nadu should have never been created.
But I mean, the Jeweled Lotus, I mean, that was only good in Commander. Who gives a shit? Um, the other one, like, it's been around. They haven't reprinted it in so long. Like, if they wanted
Well,
to,
they did. They just reprinted it in Ixalan, so
yeah,
that's kind of a little bit of a slap in the face because Ixalan wasn't that long ago. But
yeah. But still, I mean, it's like, I don't think it was necessary, to be honest, because again, in our play group, we don't play with these cards because
no,
they're not fun for anybody.
No.
And this is the conversation that people needed to have in their play groups. And again, it's this small subset of the commander community that can't or don't know how to talk about it.
Or
And again, that's
and it's not even it could be that, but part of it could be some of them are just don't know how to act. Period. And
well, they don't have
so
any social skills. So
right,
and then it's
and
the
then
same
some of
people.
them might just be assholes too, and they just want to stomp people. We've run into people like that, have we not?
They don't play with us anymore.
Well, they don't play with us anymore because we told them to kick rocks. You know.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is, uh, again, it's every fandom community or whatever has their toxic community. Star Wars is probably the worst, but Warhammer has it. Uh, you know, I'm sure Yu-Gi-Oh has it. I'm sure all these other games have it.
Pokemon, everything.
But the
Well,
deal,
and they're very vocal. They're a very vocal minority. It's they're probably, we've done videos in the past where we talk about this vocal minority saying these things. These some of these people are those same people.
yeah, and again, it's and now because of it, um, I mean, literally, I can almost. I mean, another YouTuber out there. I won't say his name, but it rhymes with the name Judy, who basically has flat out said that the reason that these cards got banned was because, the Marvel Universes Beyond that's coming out is going to replace them, the cards that got banned. I don't necessarily know if that's true, but again, now that the rules committee is no more, now I'm not sure what's going to happen with the CAG. Are they now disbanded?
Yeah,
Because
they're gone. They're gone now too.
so
Yes.
because of that, it's now in the hands of people whose primary motivation is making money.
Now
And
on the part about Fruity Tooty Judy, on the part about that, what's funny about that is that that's real tinfoil hat conspiracy there, because if he's saying, okay, now when Marvel comes out, they're gonna have that here, they're gonna have that chase card to replace all these, and this was all in the works to begin with. There would have to be so much collusion going on for that to happen, because okay, Marvel comes out 2025 next year. You know that they've had what the cards are going to be for at least a year at this point. So you're telling me this? There's no way. That's tinfoil hat.
again,
That's actually
yeah,
I'm gonna play a. You won't see it, Ryan, because you're not on my end here, but the viewers will see it. I'm gonna play a little animated GIF over here, because that's bordering on. That's over here trading places here. Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd are so excited because they cornered the frozen concentrate orange juice market. That's Rudy thinking over here.
yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem with conspiracy theories is
Judy, I mean, sorry.
they no all conspiracy theories is they require so many people to be in on it, and unfortunately, conspiracy theory is often mistaken for just people that suck at their job. And pretty much this is a case of pretty much they sucked at their job. Like the rules committee fucked up. They shouldn't have done what they did. And the best, yeah,
That's
no,
for
they shouldn't have
interpretation.
thought about it. Um, and because of that, these people just have made it infinitely worse now. Infinitely worse.
Well, here's the deal. I don't necessarily agree with the part that they shouldn't have done it the way they did. I understand why they did it the way they did.
Absolutely.
They didn't consult the CAG because they said in their own words it was so obvious that these cards were essentially broken and ruining the game, as far as too many people were playing them. And turn 3, turn 4 wins in Commander is, that kind of takes some of the spirit
It's
out of the
stupid.
game. It's stupid, takes the spirit out of the game. So they didn't consult with them because, one, they didn't want leaks out there, so people didn't know beforehand that these were going to be banned, and two, because it was obvious to them that these cards needed to go, so there was no need to consult with anybody else because it was that blatantly obvious to them. I can take them for their word at face value on that. Again, everybody takes it differently on how they feel about the whole measure, but I think the main point here is now, because of some idiots out there that want to try to bully people and harass people and just clearly not think about what they're doing, or again, they're psychopaths and they just don't give a fuck.
They live in their mom's basement, and
Yeah,
this is how they get.
and
It's
yeah,
it's
and
kind of like a beaten dog syndrome, right? Like you beat a dog enough, and he's gonna enjoy it. It's the same thing. It's like they get no social interactions other than when
mm-hmm,
they start trolling people or start doing stupid shit like this.
right.
They get a reaction, which is all they want to justify their pathetic existence.
Yep, and so then that leads into let me. I want to pull up on the screen here again. Sorry, Ryan, you won't be able to see it. I just want to read a little bit. This is from Wizards website. Um, it's here on the screen as well. On the future of Commander. This is from today, September 30th, 2024. The past week has been tumultuous for Commander fans, members of the Commander Rules Committee, and the Magic community as a whole. Along the way, we've seen players and fans share a diverse range of passionate opinions, far too many of which were harmful or malicious. Below and over the next few days and weeks, we will be discussing quite a bit about Commander, starting with the most pressing. Over the past week, the conversation has escalated, culminating with unacceptable personal threats to the safety of members of the Commander Rules Committee. This is something we will not tolerate, and they shouldn't. Nobody should tolerate that. Just to be clear, nobody should tolerate that. No matter how you feel about something in Magic, it is never appropriate to threaten somebody. Everyone at Wizards of the Coast is united on this front. We will not hesitate to take action against individuals who threaten to harm community members or employees. So they'll send you the Pinkertons after you. This week has also demonstrated the truly monumental task that faced the Commander Rules Committee. The Commander Rules Committee is made up of 5 talented, caring individuals, all with other jobs and lives, which they must balance with managing the most popular format in Magic. It results in incredible amounts of work, time spent deliberating, and exposure to the public. Nobody deserves to feel unsafe for supporting the game they love. Unfortunately, the task of managing Commander has far outgrown the scope and safety of being attached to any 5 people. So today, in partnership with members of the existing Rules Committee, we are announcing that the Rules Committee is giving management of the Commander format to the game design team of Wizards of the Coast. Commander has always been a community-focused format, and this move in management does not change that. While ownership of the format may be changing, members of the Rules Committee and others in the community will continue to be involved, and the vision for a social format will not change. We've had some preliminary conversations already about what we'd like to accomplish, and have some ideas we'll be rolling out together in the months to come. And then they go on to say here, what's next? They say that while this is still very early, we do want to share one of the things we've started working on with the Rules Committee, a more objective approach to deck power level and additional guidance and shared language for players to find games that match the type of game they're trying to play. So basically what they want to do is they want to do brackets, basically, power brackets.
Yeah, like tier brackets.
A tiered system, like 4 different tiers. And from what it looks like, how they're going to attempt to do this initially is they're going to say, okay, these particular cards here are top level tier. These particular cards are mid, and then, anything else, pre-constructed decks are bottom, and basically then you can go into your LGS and you show up and you say, hey, my deck has this card, this card, this card. Okay, well then, yeah, you're a tier 3. Okay, we got tier 3 decks, let's play. And it basically make it a little bit easier to figure out what power levels everybody is at and make it a more fun and enjoyable game. And I personally think that's probably a good idea.
I think it's not a terrible idea. I mean, we had that thing that we floated around a little while ago. It had like that power level of your decks.
Mm-hmm.
And we were trying to scale our play group to a certain power level because one person in particular, I won't mention his name, kept going as high as he possibly could, and we kept having to knock him down because, like, no, man, those aren't fun.
Yeah, luckily he usually he makes one of those decks, plays it once, and then he puts it away.
But yeah, I mean, I've done the same thing. If I play a
Yeah.
deck over and over and it's not fun, I mean, Turgid, like,
Right.
I don't play Turgid anymore because how fun is that? that you don't get to play your stuff.
Now,
That's
one thing I do want to make a little anecdote here. One thing, this is slightly conspiracy theory here, but not conspiracy theory on the level like we were talking with Judy or Ludi or Crudy. um, Now that they are thinking about doing this, what's stopping Wizards from down the road 6 months unbanning these cards and saying, hey, if you want to use them, that's top tier echelon power level.
Yeah. I mean, that's now within the realm of possibility, and all these people that, lit their cards on fire and whatnot are now SOL because they had a hissy fit over, oh, I can't play my cards anymore.
I,
And it's
I mean,
again,
honestly, I think it would serve them right if that's what happened.
I think it would be hilarious, but I think the backlash would be so fierce.
There'd be even more backlash on that end of things, I think. But
And then
uh,
all these cards that are now being replaced, like Mana Vault and the Moxes, or people are gonna be like, "Well, fuck! I just spent all this money on all these cards that I didn't need, and I could have just." Again,
well,
don't buy your cards based on value. Buy them based on if they fit your play style.
yeah,
Don't buy it, please.
yeah.
That's
Just
the
just
difference.
just don't be stupid. But that's a whole nother topic.
Don't be stupid with your money.
Yes. And
And
then
people that buy these cards that can afford it, like I can afford them. I'm not going to buy them. But I mean, if I did, and all of a sudden, I bought a $200 card and it's now worthless, like, who cares, whatever. It's still a card. It's still a cool looking card.
well,
It's still part of my collection.
and as you and I have discussed, it's not a loss until you sell the asset,
Yeah,
the
it's an
card,
unrealized loss.
anyways.
It's an unrealized loss. I
Yeah,
mean, again, everything in life is worth something, but it's only worth as much as someone's willing to pay for it.
it's
You could
worth
have
it's worth something till it's not.
Yeah, it's worth something until it's not worth anything until you have that cash in hand because somebody was willing to pay for it.
Yep.
So just because you've got a $200 card doesn't mean it's worth $200. It's worth zero until the day you decide to sell it.
And like you said, have that money in hand. Until then, yeah, it's worth the cardboard it's printed on, if
Yeah, it's
that.
basically worth the 5 cents that it was printed on in Texas.
Yep. Uh,
So I mean that's pretty much all I got to say about it. Is
I did want to bring
toxic.
up. I wanted to bring up one more article real quick, and just
Oh, about the RC.
yes, they. Let me pull that up here. Should be this one here. Yeah. So this is from commandersherald.com, and hold on, let me get it scrolled up so you see the title here. Commander RC reacts to Wizards taking format reigns. Um, on Monday, September 30th, Wizards of the Coast officially announced that they would take over the reins of the Commander format. Yada, yada, yada. It's basically going over what we just went over in the last article. Reactions from the Rules Committee. As a response to this change of command, members of the Commander Rules Committee had a few things to say. Let me scroll down to that part of it here. Not that it can be read, it's pretty small. But I'll just read the synopsis under here. I don't want to read that whole big, long diatribe here. But according to the body of this tweet, Jim LePage of the Rules Committee explains that he sees Commander as growing beyond the scope of the 5 members of its governing body. This is why they have allowed Wizards of the Coast to step in and take command of the format. A founding member of the Rules Committee, Toby Elliott, expands on this belief in a thread of 4 posts also on Twitter. And he says, "This isn't what I wanted to happen for Commander, but it's what's necessary at this point. When you can't make difficult decisions without worrying about your safety and well-being, you can't run a format, especially one with a non-traditional point of view." And he goes on to say, "I agree that we made mistakes both before and after the announcement. In a lot of ways, we were trying to figure out how to operate in a post-Sheldon world. But I remain convinced that the bans will be a good thing for Commander and that what we've been trying to accomplish. My deepest thanks to everyone, my fellow Rules Committee members, the CAG, the folks on Discord, and all the players who have found resonance in what we've tried to do over the years for coming along with us on this crazy journey. I look forward to working with the team at Wizards of the Coast to help carry the torch that Sheldon lit 20 years ago and will continue to be a tireless advocate for social play. So, I mean, that goes to show you right there. Obviously, one, I'm sure that it was five people that were the ruling body for this whole format, which is the biggest format that Magic has right now that most people play, and it's a side job for these people. That's a lot of work for them, and then like he says, to get this backlash and then get threats over it or threats of being doxxed over because you made realistically they made the right call. In my opinion, they made the right call by banning these cards. And yeah, it's not worth it. So now you pass the torch on to a company that doesn't have a face. So, it's harder for these dweebs out here to,
Where are they going to go?
you
They're going to
know,
go to rent it and protest.
right. Exactly. There's not a face for them to kill that guy, burn the witch at the,
Well, if they did go after Chris Cox.
Well, but
He
yeah,
wouldn't give a shit. He's rolling in money.
right. But basically, I just want to point that out that they're saying, yeah, now's the time to, and it's not a big part of it is these idiots out here that decided to personally attack people, verbally on the internet, threaten them. But it was starting to be too much work for them, I'm sure. But
Well,
what it sounds like though is that they will still be working alongside Wizards of the Coast to.
I don't know if the one person that got heavily attacked because she was fearing they were told, like, she was being told that the next time, because these people show up at a lot of Magic events,
Mhm.
and they were basically saying, like, the next time I see you at an event, you're dead, you're gonna pay for it. And it's like, now these people
Ridiculous.
can't go out and enjoy Magic.
Their lives. They can't enjoy their lives.
Yeah, they can't enjoy what they like to do, which is go to events, play games and whatnot, because they were told, if I see you, you know, be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but like I said, I think the end point I wanted to put here is it does sound from at least this tweet series here that they will still be involved somewhat behind the scenes, at least with transitioning this over to Wizards, if not with further work in the future. So, I mean, that's good because obviously they're in the know. They're the ones that have been doing this. So
Well,
that's kind of good to hear, in my opinion.
I suspect what'll happen is they will get more people involved, but they'll be in-house Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, I'm sure eventually it will, but one can hope that some of these people will be able to still have some sort of input. But then again, maybe they don't want to have any input anymore because of all this.
If it were me, I'd wash my hands.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah. Anyways, bottom line, don't be stupid out there.
Be a douche.
Yeah, don't be a douche.
But
Yeah.
this is the internet. This is the incel world we're living in.
I mean, like you and I talked earlier today, wasn't really. I mean, this was big news today, obviously, but neither one of us was really that surprised that it came down to this. Unfortunately,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know,
this is the classic case of fuck around and find out.
yeah, fucking,
So now we're gonna find out
yep,
how this plays.
yep,
I don't think it's great. And it's too bad. I mean, Commander's kind of like, I mean, I enjoy it. It's not my favorite format, but
same,
it is kind of fun when you got four people that are having a good time, and it's a social game. We hang out, we just shoot the shit while playing.
yeah. I'm same boat. It's not my favorite format either. I mean, it really surprises me how many people that play Magic nowadays that don't play
I think
any
it's because
60 card Magic, but
I think it's because you can play it in like 3-player, 4-player format. You don't have to do cross playing and whatnot. And it's a social. It's a game that buddies can get around. You can drink. You can have a good time and just enjoy the just enjoy the social aspect of the game. And for that, it's great. It's not You're not focused on the one person in front of you. Um, you know, while when you got four people, like if you're taking your turn, I can fuck around with the two guys next to me, and we're joking and laughing and having a good time
True.
because we're just waiting for you to do your turn. So it's a fun format for that alone. The competitive part, I mean, I get it. It is what it is. I mean, again, they probably should have had a separate ban list, but I guess that was too much work. So,
Yeah. And again, don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Commander at all. I'm fine with it. And like you said, it's fun for what it is and in the settings it's in. I just personally prefer good old 60 card Magic.
I like 60 card, but I enjoy draft.
Well, yeah, but yeah, well, yeah. Draft is probably my favorite format right now. Well, yeah, it depends on where you're drafting. If it's 60, what we do is 60 card draft.
I
But
mean, it'd be interesting if we ever tried to do a.
you
There
cut.
are, there are, there is that last commander one was draftable.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess yeah. We could try that one of these days. I guess the problem with trying to draft commander decks is singleton. Well, I guess
Well, so the draft doesn't have the singleton
that's right.
rule.
They don't have singleton rule. Yeah, then that can be done. That might be something for us to try out one of these days. Maybe we'll do it on camera one of these days. Maybe just me and you, because it'd be too hard getting all four of us in frame to do something like that. Maybe you and I do that one of these days. We'll try to draft commander on camera and see how that goes.
Being hilarious.
Oh God, that'd be a really long video. Anyway, speaking of long videos, I think we're starting to get a little long winded here, but yeah, good discussion, Ryan, and thanks everybody for viewing here. Like, follow
Subscribe.
us,
Tell us how much we suck and our opinions are useless and worthless,
and
and
and,
we
and
don't
that
know
we
anything.
and that we hate on all you commander players. You gotta
And
tell us all about that.
we don't know what we're talking about.
Yep, all the
We can
usual
probably
shit.
whatever.
It's our opinion. It's like assholes. Everybody's got one. They all stink, right?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, again, it is what it is. I'm just disappointed that these people fucked it up for the rest of us.
Well, yeah, and I'm just disappointed that these people that did do anything wrong had to endure these threats, and that's just ridiculous. Come on, just and like I said, I want to say grow up, but that's not even the right
I'd
term to
say do
use.
better, but we all know they're not. These
They
people
won't.
have no, they have they have no idea about anything that they do other than how it makes them sort of justify their own existence, and that's all they care about. So,
Very very well put. That's exactly what it is. So,
anyways, that's all I got.
yeah, me too. All right. Talk to you later, Ryan.